Origins and road to revolution post-French and Indian War. Debt and control after the costly victory. Britain tightened control over American colonies through taxes like the Sugar Act and Stamp Act. These sparked protests over taxation without representation, colonial resistance, and spark events, including the Boston Massacre. Tea Party-fueled outrage. In response, Britain imposed the Intolerable Acts, leading to the First Continental Congress meeting in Philadelphia. Beginning of armed conflict on April 19, 1775. British troops marched to Lexington and colonial militias resisted, mocking the shot heard round the world and igniting the war. Early war years. Militias to Continental Army emergence of Washington's leadership. The Second Continental Congress formed in May, appointing George Washington commander-in-chief. The Continental Army was assembled. Key battles at Bunker Hill. Colonists showed resilience despite losing ground. Later, forces captured Fort Ticonderoga in May and unsuccessfully attacked Quebec in late 1775. Revolution goes political. Independence and Declaration. Thomas Paine's Common Sense, published in early 1776, calling for independence and republican government. Declaration of Independence on July 2, 1776. The Lee Resolution passed. 2 days later, Congress formally adopted the Declaration of Independence, largely written by Thomas Jefferson. The Declaration was widely circulated and read aloud publicly beginning July 8. Turning points in strategic shifts, early defeats and resilience. British victories in New York forced American retreats. Washington famously crossed the Delaware to win at Trenton and Princeton, providing a vital morale boost. Saratoga and International Alliance. The American victory at Saratoga convinced France to ally formally with the colonies. In 1778, a watershed turning point. History timeline generator. Valley Forge. Transformation winter at Valley Forge. Tested Continental troops with cold and disease. Training by von Steuben transformed them into an effective fighting force. Peace and Nation-Building Treaty of Paris on September 3, 1783. Britain formally recognized U.S. independence and ceded territory east of the Mississippi. Loyalist migration and Native American displacement followed. Articles of Confederation ratified by 1781. The Articles created a loose federal structure emphasizing state sovereignty. It was later replaced by the Constitution in 1789. Legacy and meaning. Birth of a republic. The Revolution created the world's first constitutional republic based on consent and individual rights. Enduring influence. It serves as an enduring model for self-governance, civic responsibility, and democratic values. Today's global leaders still draw on its founding ideals. Modern commemoration. In April 2025, the 250th anniversary of the Lexington and Concord battles drew tens of thousands. Major reenactments, an in-depth discourse about national identity and inclusion, globalizing the conflict. International dimensions. France declared war on Britain in 1778. Spain joined later. The war spilled into Europe, the Caribbean, and even India, as global powers sided with America against Britain. Southern campaign and final clashes. Southern strategy and guerrilla warfare. British focus on the South led to early victories at Charleston and Camden, but patriot resilience was rekindled by militia triumphs at Kings Mountain, Yorktown, and British surrender. A combined Franco-American force besieged Cornwallis at Yorktown. His surrender effectively ended major combat.